What is going on, everybody? It is Moosey HD, or as if anybody came from my old channel, it's Painless Moose. But I am back. I'm starting a career mode series, a manager mode series, um, yeah, I'm gonna start this series up. I have about an hour of footage recorded so far. I decided a lot of people go with BPL teams, so I decided I was gonna do an N Power Championship team. First, I looked at Wolves, and then I kind of just flipped through, and I was looking. Then I looked at Crystal Palace because I was looking at Zaha. Then I looked at Derby County, but then I just went right back to Wolves. I kind of wish I looked at Leeds first before I went to Wolves, but I figured I'll take control of Wolves, and I'm gonna bring them back to glory. But I decided to go world class match difficulty, but instead of playing the games, I feel like the more realistic thing to do is to just simulate the games. So I am going to simulate the games. I'm not going to say 100% of the games, but I am going to do most of the games. Mainly because I don't want me to, have an on-the-field influence as well as, in the box office type deal. So, because I didn't want it to, you see a lot of people that do these series, they, win pretty much every single game, even though they shouldn't be. So I figured I'm gonna try and make it as realistic as I can. So that's why I decided. I mean, I might play a couple games if there's like a cup final. I might play that or something along those lines. An important game, I'll probably play that. But for the most part, I'll try to avoid playing games just to make it a little bit more realistic. But as you can see, we have the Moosey appointed the new manager at Wolverhampton, and I kind of want to take this a different way than most people do it. I mean, most people go for a certain group of players. I have a couple players in my mind on who I want to get already. Like I said, I already have an hour of footage recorded, and I have up until right after the transfer deadline. So but I'm not going to record anymore until I'm about an episode ahead of you guys, just so I can try and get as much feedback involved in the series as possible. So, if you guys say try this guy out, of course I'll be able to see that and, act upon it. So I'm just, making the save now. But I want this to be the main series on my channel, more or less. I don't necessarily like Ultimate Team like I did in FIFA 12. In FIFA 12, I loved Ultimate Team. I played probably around 1,000 games on Ultimate Team in FIFA 12, but I don't find FIFA 13 as fun on Ultimate Team. I think the career mode is awesome, but on Ultimate Team, I don't think it's that much fun. I'm contemplating doing like a Road to Division 1 type deal on a Seasons mode. I haven't even played Seasons yet, to be honest. But here we are. We are newly appointed. They're giving me all my they want me to reach the quarterfinal and my objectives and all that hoopla. And they expect a decent season. They expect me to get back into the Premier League, and I expect this team to make it back into the Premier League. So the first thing I do is I go and I look who can I sell. So, I'll pick the formation I'm going to play. I think I started with, oh man, it's been a while. I started with a 4-4-1-1, and then I changed it up to a 4-4-2 later on, but you'll see that. But I pick my formation, and then from the formation that I see, I'm going to, make changes and sell players that I don't think I need from there. So I kind of build around the formation. I don't think I'm going to stick with the 4-4-2 that long. It all depends on who I bring in, who I buy. But I'm not gonna spoil it, but I did make a pretty big purchase in the transfers. It was I was pretty happy that I got it off, and you'll see probably the most frustrating contract negotiations ever. The guy I offered him a lot of money, and he just was like, nope, I'm not leaving. So I said, you know what, I'll just go, and I made an offer for somebody else, and boom, I'm not gonna give it away, but we're looking good. I made a bunch of changes to the team. I really do like Sigurdsson. I feel like he's a really good attacker. I really like him. I like Ebanks Blake a little bit, but I really do like Sigurdsson. He's a really, really good finisher, and he's got 4-star skills. He's only, 20 years old. So, I'm going to probably run with him as my striker throughout the series. I don't know if I actually make any purchase in this episode. This is really me just shuffling around with the team. I'll put a bunch of guys up for sale. I'll put some guys up for loan. I do look at a couple players. I don't think I actually inquire. I think I do inquire about a couple guys, but I don't think I make any headway on anybody. But yeah, so like I said, this is gonna be the main series on my channel. What I want to do is I want the series to be long running. That's another reason why I'm simulating games, because when you play the games, it takes a long time, and playing games against the computer can get really, really boring. And you see the first guy I list there is Stephen Hunt. I just think he looks so goofy. I'm like, I don't want this guy on my team. Yeah, I want the series to go pretty far. And my goal with Wolves is to win the Premier League. I mean, I would like to win the Champions League, but I don't see that being extremely realistic. But I would like to win the Premier League probably by at least 2015. I'm gonna make that my goal, is to win the Premier League by 2015 if I can possible. But here I'm just looking for guys on loan. This is really the first thing you should always do at the start of a new career mode. Also, coming into this, the first thing I did, I didn't even show it because it didn't work out. But the first thing I do is I went and I searched for Drogba because he's a free agent, and it turns out I think he was on Lille in France already, like before the transfer window even opened. Like on the first day when you get all those emails about what they expect you to do, he was already on Lille. I don't know if it's like glitched or something, but you see there I make make an offer for Paul Pogba. I go in here for Ilkay Gundogan. He is probably one of the better players you can get. He can play center mid, center defensive mid, and center attacking mid. And he grows. I have another series I have with QPR. I'm in like 2017 already, and he's I think he's an 87 in that one. So I went in for him as quick as I could. And most of the time I'm trying to get rid of older players when I'm doing this. A lot of the times it doesn't even work. They just say we don't want the player, and the money isn't enough. So it's kind of hard to make any negotiations at all. But with the small amount of money, but they only gave me $11 million, which isn't a lot to work with. Here is actually, I don't know if here I'm looking at some younger center mids, and I go in for Tony Vilhena. He's got 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and he's 17 years old and he's Dutch. So I'm like, I saw those 4-star skills and the 4-star weak foot, and I'm like, all right, I'm going in for him. So I make an offer for him. I figure he can be a good center mid to have. He's 17 years old. I'm hoping he develops into something good. But we'll still see if I can even sign him. I don't know. Everybody seems to be rejecting my offers. I go in with a really low bid and throw them a player, hoping that I can just give them chunk change and somebody else. And they Juventus says, we're not interested in giving you Paul Pogba. He just joined the team, but you need to back off. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll go after that in January, I guess. But here we go. Juventus rejected our offer. They said it was on Borussia Dortmund rejected our offer, and they want more money and a different player. And so did Feyenoord. They said more money, and we're not interested in the player. So I say whatever. I can't give Gundogan more money, so I'm gonna say whatever. I can't get him this obviously now. So then I was gonna give them another player, and I'm like, what? I'll just give him 1.3 million. See where that leaves me. But hopefully we can get Tony Vilhena because and oh, look at that, we have a transfer offer in. We have some international managements, and did that say accepted? It did say accepted. Here's an offer for Kevin Doyle. Kevin Doyle was interesting at the most. I wanted to get rid of him when I came in with the offer, but I didn't want to sell him for a little bit. So as you can see, they accepted our offer for Tony Vilhena right there, and we're gonna go into contract negotiations. And that's it for me, guys. So I will catch you guys in the next episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and